Google Hangout series. I'm Michelle, and with me today I have Patina Edwards. Patina is down in the Kapiti coast, which is near Wellington. Hi, Patina.
Kia ora, Michelle.
Kia ora.
Thanks for having me here.
It's so exciting to have you. Now, we've just got back from the Access Consciousness Facilitator training in Australia, and wow, blew me away. How about you?
Oh, absolutely. I love this time of year. It's like Christmas before Christmas, and I get to come home feeling all juiced up and ready to create more, and just be so grateful for everything that's been this year and what else is possible now.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell us a bit about you, Patina. Like, who are you? What got you into Access? What keeps you in Access?
Okay, so I'm originally from Taranaki born and bred, Ngā Ruahine, Ngāti Ruanui, Taranaki, and a few other beautiful dashes of Te Arawa and Samoan and French and English. And I guess like so many people who are interested in Access, I always sensed that there was more possible for me. And so part of that and me exploring what that was all about, I spent 15 years overseas and was exploring, like I really jumped off the career path I was on, and I spent just 15 years of, why am I here? What's the purpose of life? Who am I really? And during that journey, I settled in California for a while, and that's where I was introduced to Access Consciousness. I was a body talk practitioner at the time. I went to a holistic practitioner's networking event, and lo and behold, the guest speaker was an Access facilitator. I didn't know, the change was so profound from that one intro, and it was about money, which just happened to be a sore spot for me. I couldn't understand what language she was speaking in, and I was intently trying to figure out, is she speaking in, why would she be speaking another language in America? But the change that I received from that one intro opened the floodgates of possibility for me. And, I had been quite committed to my growth. I had just moved out, my family, we had just moved out of living in an ashram, a spiritual community, for the previous 9 years. And I had a deep yearning for, please show me what the next step is. And I didn't know what it would be. But just from that intro, the energy I experienced, the possibilities that I saw, everything I thought perhaps I'd left too late in life, were all still there waiting for me, saying, hey, sweetheart, you can still choose it. So even though I didn't understand a word she said, it was like, she's got this class next weekend, something bars. I am so going to be there because whatever this is, I've just had my, patina on the mountain moment. And I'm gonna follow this energy. And so very quickly, I think it was 6 weeks later, I was just waiting for my contract to come back before I facilitated my first bars class. And that was pretty amazing for me because, I'd just come out of training with not just body talk, but other modalities, and it was all very serious, and I was in such self-doubt and, can I do this? But with the bars, it was just, this is easy. I can do this. This feels like fun. So I stepped into it immediately. And then it was about 18 months later, I just had this, it's time to step up to be a certified facilitator. And so it's like, there wasn't any shall I, shan't I, it was a knowing. And so I followed the crumbs again, and voila, more magic keeps showing up. So how does it get any better than that, or easier?
So basically what you just said is you asked for it, it showed up, and you followed your knowing from that moment on. How cool is that?
It's really cool. And yes, sometimes it's really flashy like that. And I was just thinking a few minutes before we started talking how even just in the last 48 hours, I've sensed, say, for example, one of the other things I do as well as facilitating, I also home educate my son in partnership with my husband and actually the wider whānau as well. And I sensed that, Agape is ready to jump into more things for the next year. And just getting a sense of that energy. In the last 48 hours, I've bumped into a person. We've had a chit-chat. And it's like, wow, her husband offers a techie class for kids. My son's already starting to learn programming, and this is in our backyard. Boom. I also got an email saying, hey, we're thinking of opening our music school again here in Kapiti, and there's going to be a glee club, and kids can learn guitar and drums. And it's like, universe, I'm loving this, and how does it get any better than this? The ease that I have now, where just, it wasn't even a demand, but it was just, I wonder. And I'm allowing the universe to show me what is possible beyond me having to figure it all out like I used to.
Yes, I do remember when I first met you, and we were so alike in the whole needing to figure everything out, and
Yes.
tripping all over the world. So that's so cool. And what keeps you wishing to share these tools with people? I mean, I know for me, I love using them in my life. I can see all the changes that it's created for me and the kids and my husband. But what is it for you that has you choosing to teach the classes and share these in the greater world? What is that?
Well, it's contribution. It's what I get to gift people and share with people, using the word share, but also what the classes contribute to me, which often I didn't used to have me in the equation. But the beauty of every class, and not just class actually, every coaching session that I have with a client, it creates change for me. I have more awarenesses of what's going on for me. And that's not where my head is in the moment. In the moment in class, I'm so with these people, and what actually makes me a little tearful, seeing the changes that people go through, seeing people who come to classes sometimes curious, sometimes a little defensive, sometimes desperate, but seeing people light up like a child at Christmas time, on Christmas Day, opening presents. But the neat thing is the present is them. They get more of them. And I'm not trying to convince them of my points of view. I don't have the weight on my shoulders like I used to with other things where I felt like I needed to prove that whatever I was offering worked. It's just me being the space. And as I do that for others, it reminds me, this is who I truly be. And what would it take for me to choose to be this space all the time, more and more? So it's just the joy of facilitating. I know that's what I'm here for. And I'm just grateful that it's unfolding with so much more ease than I thought was ever possible.
Awesome. So I know that you teach the bars, the foundation, and the level 1, the core classes of Access. Do you teach like tasters in any topics, or is there anything somebody might find that you love teaching about?
Gosh, I'm a bit of a kid in the candy store in terms of what sorts of topics I love to facilitate. I look at my own, where I've come from, and I see the possibilities now with money. The ease I have compared to where I was even 2 years ago. It's amazing. And, I keep asking for more. What would it take for me to be willing to receive more? I really get it's about the receiving. And I tell you, in previous decades, I didn't get that at all. And it seemed like always a struggle with money. So I often offer money intro classes. And I'm going to be developing some specialist classes around that too in the next 6 months. Also the body. I'm in my mid to late 40s now. And just discovering what my body is truly capable of has been, wow, I have so much more awareness now. I wonder who else out there might like to have more awareness of what their body is capable of, and what changes are possible without, again, having to figure it all out, without having to force change on the body. Just being an allowance, and certainly getting out of judgment of our bodies, of my body, has been a huge shift in itself. So I love body classes. I've been offering body process classes recently. I'm also, you know, I'm Māori. I love being Māori, and I know where my head was not so long ago, where it was, again, there was struggle, there was stress, there was the conflict that I used to create my life from. And now it's like, well, what if I took this juiciness, this delicious flavour that I have, and I brought it out into the world as a gift, not as some kind of, I brought different points of view in the past that somehow it made me less than. And I don't mean that because when I'm with whānau, we don't have that sense of ourselves, but we would look out and think that's what the world out there was projecting on us. And I'm not at, that has no effect on me now. It's me being me, the infinite being, who has this beautiful flavour, which I'm willing to share with the world now. So there are definitely, I think of the access tools as decolonisation processes taken to a whole new level. I used to do decolonisation classes and I got a lot from them. But now it's not just decolonising from this historical experience that we have in this country, but decolonising from what this reality has said is the norm and real, and where I used to have to fit myself in and looking for approval. It's like, well, an infinite being would need to do that for what reason? So yes, watch out, decolonisation coming shortly.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, that's so cool. And I just love the energy that you be and the invitation of possibilities that really is there with the Access Consciousness tools and that you just embody. And I'm so grateful that you are here in New Zealand and you are contributing to the change that's possible on this planet. So thanks so much, Patina. And for those people that are looking for Patina, she is on the Access Consciousness website, patinaedwards.accessconsciousness.com. How else can people find you, Patina?
I also have a website, accesstransformation.com, or if it's quicker and easier, patinaedwards.com. And I also have a Facebook page, Access Transformation with Patina. So come play. What contribution can I be to you?
Awesome. Thanks, Patina, and we'll see you all in the new year. Cheers.
Absolutely. Cheers, Michelle.